Hustle culture is everywhere, but in your 40s, it completely feels different. What may have worked for you in your 20s might not work for you in your 30s. But shifting from priorities to unexpected burnout today, I'm diving into why hustle culture hits different in your 40s and how we can redefine success and find balance. So let's get into it. Hey y'all, I'm Jamesetta, just call me Jamie, and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 16. So hustle culture used to be the way of thinking, like grinding, team, no sleep, getting to the next big goal. And as I've grown in my 40s, I've realized that's so not much the case. It hits differently now that I'm in my 40s. In this video, I want to unpack the truth about hustle culture and the lessons we've learned so that we can strive for success without sacrificing our mental health. So let's get into what is hustle culture. Let's talk about it. So hustle culture is the constant process of, or I want to say the constant push of being productive, working hard, and achieving more, often at the expense of your rest, your relationship, and your health. Listen, those three things I mentioned, the expenses of your relationships, rest, and your health. So in my 20s and 30s, things like that, felt empowering, right? Even necessary to build the life that you want. But as I've learned in my 40s, that can take on a whole new meaning. So let's talk about why hustle culture hits differently. And I'm gonna start off with physical and mental impact. So the first thing that I notice is the physical toll. So in my 20s and 30s, I could pull all-nighters. Back when I was in the military, we used to have to do staff duty. So you basically up till the next morning. So back in my 20s and 30s when I could pull all-nighters, now in my 40s, that's not so much the case. I can't do that. And the reason why I say I can't do that, because that affect my mental health. I know what type of person I am. So the things that I could do in my 20s and 30s, I can't do that stuff today, and I don't want to do it. Physical and mental health means so much to me and are more important to me. Burnout is real, and it's like your recovery takes longer being that you're older. My body just does not respond the same way that it used to when I was in my 20s and 30s. And that even goes to say, when you notice when you get older and you eat certain things, the things that you could eat in your 20s and 30s, you can't eat them stuff when you get older. Like greasy stuff, because as you get older, that stuff has an effect on your body, and your health is more important. And why would you want to put that stuff in your body anyway? That's telling you you need to shift your priorities and your way of thinking. So let's talk about shifting priorities. And in your 20s, it was about building a career, chasing your goals, and basically yourself, right? But by the time you get in 40, you're in your 40s, you're expected to really have all that together. And in your 40s, it's more about valuing the people around you and your time. So your time is more important. See, in your 20s and 30s, you didn't really care about things like that. You're more about, oh, let me do this in my career, or let me accomplish this goal. And you're in your 40s, no, baby. You about, oh, let me spend more time with my family. Let's go on trips. Let's make memories. That's what's more important to you in your 40s. Let's talk about the redefining success of it. So another thing would be success doesn't hit the same. So success in your 20s and 30s, it don't hit the same in your 40s. It's not about how many hours you put in or how busy you are. It's about finding the balance and the impact and finding fulfillment in what you do in your 40s. So that's why I say it's not the same. It hits different. I want to talk about the lessons I've learned about hustle culture in my 40s. Lessons I've learned about hustle culture in my 40s. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to do it all. You're not obligated to do it all. Focusing on key priorities is more effective than spreading yourself thin. Number 2, rest is productive. Because without your rest, how are you going to be anything to anyone? How are you going to be more productive? You're more productive when you get rest. Trying to pull an all-nighter at your age, that's going to burn you out quick and you will not get far. It takes time to recharge and refuel your energy. Next, you want to make sure that you set boundaries. So saying no, I'm telling you, saying no is the most powerful thing that you can do. And it's also a way to protect your time and your mental health. So say no. Another thing, quality over quantity. Whether it's work, relationships, or personal goals, focus on what truly matters and you will get far. Now let's talk about how to navigate hustle culture in your 40s. Number one, you just want to make sure that you define success. So what is your version of success? What does success mean to you at someone in your 40s? Success might mean something different to somebody in their 40s like me compared to somebody else in their 40s. Like success to me, say I'd be like, success would be like to hit 100K on YouTube. Where compared to somebody else in their 40s and they're just like, I'm just trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. So success to them might be different than me. Number two, you always want to make sure that you schedule time for yourself. I always say self-care is very important, and self-care necessarily don't have to be those things, but scheduling time for yourself. Get to know yourself more. What you've done in your 20s and 30s, you might not like to do that in your 40s. So get to know yourself. You've changed, you've grown, you evolved. So get to know yourself all over again. Schedule time for yourself. Number three, when they say work smarter and not harder, that's very, very much so true. Work smarter and not harder. Look for ways to simplify things. If you could find an easier way to maybe mow the lawn, find an easier way, simplify that task, find an easier way to do it. When I say mow the lawn, get somebody else to do it. That's a simpler way to do it. If you don't feel like doing it, find other things to simplify your time. Work smarter, not harder. And last but not least, celebrate those small wins. When I say celebrate those small wins, celebrate those small wins. If progress is always more important than perfection, you're growing with progress, you're learning, especially if you're on YouTube and you trying to learn how to edit your videos and you finally was able to learn how to edit your videos, you're making progress. You're improving with every video. So progress is always more important than perfection. Hustle culture doesn't have to define your life in your 40s. It's about finding balance, working with intention, and prioritizing what matters. Remember, your worth isn't tied to how busy you are. It's about creating life you love. What's your take on hustle culture? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to join the community. Hit that notification bell for more content about figuring out in your 40s. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.